Before I begin this tutorial on how to magnetize your mf8 8x8, I'd like to say a few things. One, this was my first time magnetizing any cube in my life, so this was definitely an experiment for me. I definitely went about it the hard way. However, the way I put in the magnets is 100% okay. What it does is the results I get is it's a little weaker on the outside layers, which is what you want. These second layer and third layer are about the same strength, and it's pretty strong. The middle layer is a little less strong, which is also, not bad. So with that being said, I also did spring compression. So the whole way I went about it was I took the whole cube apart and then took apart the core and then took out the springs, saved those for later, and then I did all the magnetizing of the edges. Then I did the spring compression, and then I put the whole thing back together. I would not recommend doing it this way. The better way of doing it is taking out probably just 2 edges at a time, have one template, and use that template so that the magnets are all facing the right direction with each half edge or edge you do. Until the cube is complete, you go around the cube and do the same thing. I'm going to be doing this on my 9x9 mf9, which will be a lot easier to edit than this one because I did not disassemble the whole cube. So it'll be actually easier to do on an 8x8 because there's no center edge to take out. So I would recommend doing it that way. However, if you want to look up how to assemble just an mf8, this is also a good video because I include pretty much the whole assembly process. A lot of this video is just the assembly process. So I'll have timestamps in the description below, and you can check those out to see if you want to skip to whatever part you want. And with that being said, enjoy the video. So things we'll need in this project is a screwdriver. I have this mini one. You'll need some super glue, and I preferably get one with a nozzle that's about this size. It's smaller, it's easier to... I'd say the better way to do it is to insert the glue and then put the magnet in, rather than the way I did. I had a bigger nozzle, so I had to put the glue all over the magnet after I put the magnets in. You'll need, I think it's 144 4x2s. These happen to be N52 strength. I've got a bunch of them here left though. You'll need 48 4x1s. I think these are N35s. I only have 4 left of these. What else do we need? A ruler that has a millimeter measurement for measuring the spring lengths, and this is optional, but I have this lumberyard pencil to kind of scoop glue around if it gets a little messy, and I think I didn't miss anything. Alright, so as you can see here, I've already done 2 full edges, so the blue-white edge and the blue-orange, and I made sure every edge and all the way to the corner piece attracts to each other. And so basically the first edge is probably the hardest thing to do, probably the first half edge, which is this blue one I did. You have to make sure that they're all attracting. If you do it the wrong way, they could repel each other, and that's really not what we want. Have a template like this where they're all attracted. And what you want to do is get your next edge. And I'll zoom in here, back this up. And normally it's kind of hard to pull apart with your fingers. I can do it some of the time, not with this one. So just get a box cutter or something thin to get in between the two pieces. One side, and that's not a good spot. There we go. So it's a little bit open. You can usually pry it out after that. So we do that for each of the 6 edges. That's 2. This one's a little slippery. There we go. Okay. I'll zoom back out. The idea is we're going to use one of our templates. Let's just say I'll use the first one. And I'm going to put yellow with blue just so I don't confuse them. So piece by piece I'm going to find, not this one, this one. So I'm going to pretend I'm putting these, where's my corner piece? I need a corner piece, hold on. Let's just say it's this one. Just take a yellow, doesn't matter, any yellow. So I'm pretending that, see, originally these two would go together like that, but I'm going to make sure that is attracted to the template one, because you could flip it both 2 different ways, and then you say you turn the cube and then yellow goes next to blue and it could repel each other. So put it next to the template one, and we're going to get a 4x1, one of these right here. I'm going to drop it in, and it's probably best to hold your thumb over this so it doesn't go flying out when it attracts. So there it is. That's how it's going to be attached. And then I'm going to get some super glue. Just a dab in there. Just on top of the magnet, on the side is preferable. I would get it under, but it's a little hard. It might make a mess because this magnet can move all over the place. Alright, that should be enough. And before I let it dry, I'm going to clean it up a little bit with this lumberyard pencil that I have. Okay. Make sure it's aligned, and then we're going to sit it, let's say right about here, and let it dry. Alright, and then we got our next one, which is the corner piece. I'm going to attach this to the corresponding blue edge. First of all, to find another 4x1, just here, and we're going to first, before I drop it in, because it doesn't have much space in that corner, I'm going to make sure I have it the right direction. Okay, so it's that direction. I'm going to hold it like that so it doesn't spin around anywhere. I'm going to drop it in here, like that. You can see. Alright, I'm going to push it in just a little bit, just so it sticks. So it's going to be sticking out just the slightest amount, but I don't think it'll be an issue when you put it back together. I'm going to put it next to this one. You don't necessarily have to when it comes to the corner because it's real snug in there. I just want to make sure it's aligned. It seems like it is. So I'm just going to take this off for now. And I'm going to glue this the right side of it since I can't get at the left. Alright. That's good. Just a little dab. Make sure it doesn't block anything with this. I'll just scoot the glue around the magnet. Yeah, make sure that hole is not, covered up. That's how it attaches back to the corner stock piece. I think that's what it's called, corner stock. And we'll just attach it so we know what's what. And we'll sit it in front, I guess. So yeah, I think this one's next. This will go next to this edge piece. And we're going to get the blue one from our template here, which is this one. So these two are going to stay there. This one's getting glued. We're going to find a 4x2 magnet, which I have here. 4x2 and 52. And the 4x1s are in 35s, by the way. I'm going to drop it in and make sure it's facing the right way, which it is. It tracks right there. And also make sure I have it pushed down into that little corner there on the inside. And now we're going to glue it. Alright. And make sure I don't make a mess with that. Push the glue around a little bit. And that should be good. So we're going to let that dry. And then I'm going to find the piece that's going to go next to this one, which is this piece right here. So I'm going to do this yellow piece. The magnet's already in the blue one. So I'm going to get another 4x2 and 52. Drop it in here. Make sure it attracts to the blue piece. And oop, I'm going to push it down all the way down to the bottom if it's not. And then we're going to glue that one. Try not to make a mess. I'm going to push that glue around a little bit. So we got 4 pieces down, 3 to go. And next one I'm going to attach to this piece. And you can see this piece has 2 magnets in it. One I glued, one I just dropped in. So I'm just giving it double strength because the way I have it, let's just use this orange one for instance. The way I have it is this magnet here is on the right, but this one also is on the right. So there's a larger distance between them. And since I do not feel comfortable putting magnets opposite ways, it's kind of difficult to do. I really think it's kind of hard to get it to stay. So instead of just dropping a magnet in there and here, instead of just dropping the magnet in this one on the opposite side, I'm going to put a magnet here and just let it flip the way it wants. And the edge that's going to be on top of here, the second half of this edge, is also going to have another magnet on this side. So it's going to have like a double strength to it, since these are the two inner layer edges. So we'll see how that works out. So this is the one I want to be gluing. This is the inner edge. I'm going to drop that in there. And I'm going to find, I'm not going to use this blue one here that I already did. I'm going to get the white one from the other template hole edge. Make sure it's facing the right direction, which it is right now. And I'm going to glue it like that. So it's not necessary to have two templates, but I might have done slightly the wrong order, but you could always wait till this one finishes gluing anyway, even though it's annoying. So we're going to glue this. Alright, so I'm holding it like this, the two edges like this, because I'm having a hard time holding these two pieces together. I'm going to just put glue on right now. Hopefully the glue will come out. It's coming out. Alright. And we do not need this white piece anymore, so I'm going to put that back. And we're just going to let this dry as is, right here. You don't want it attaching to that piece like it just happened, because the magnet will pull this blue one the other way, and we don't want that. Take the outer edge from the blue template and put the magnet in like that, so they're directly next to each other. So I'm going to take another 4x2. I'm going to drop it in, the yellow piece, like that. Make sure they attract. Push it down. Get the glue. Glue it in. Okay, that's enough. You don't need that much glue, just enough to get around the side. It's a good idea not to have glue on top of the magnet, because you don't really need glue on top. And if you want to add a magnet later on, which you probably don't, but it's nice to have the option, scrape that glue off the top, the empty space on top of the magnet. I'll let that dry. Make sure it's lined well enough. That's good enough. And the last one, the last yellow piece we have, we're going to attach it to this one of the blue template piece, which has that magnet with blue all over it. Drop it in this yellow piece. Place it next to the blue one. Going to push it to the bottom again with my pencil. Sorry, pretty much at the bottom. I'm going to hold it like that. And stick some glue in. And this should be it. I'll come back when it dries a little bit, so I'll show you what to do next. There's not much to do next. I think that's enough glue. And we'll add a little more. Come on, glue. Alright, that's good. Make sure I don't have a mess in there. Right? And make sure it's aligned before you leave it to dry. Alright, so what I've done is let each piece sit for about an hour, and I actually did the second one. And now I'm going to take each of these apart. I'm going to put the blue one back together basically. So this one, I'm going to keep this piece right here to the side for now. So I'm going to take care of that next. So we're going to want, if I can pick up this whole thing, we're going to want something that looks like that. So you can see there's a double magnet here, or two magnets. So I have this piece that I want to put a double magnet in. So what I'm going to do is take a 4x2 and 52, and I'm going to just drop it in right here. No, you gotta drop. There you go. Attaches kind of like a double. And then we're going to put these yellows back together. Alright, so as you can see, I've magnetized all 12 edges here. And next thing I'm going to do is, oops, those are magnets. Next thing I'm going to do is the springs. This is I believe this is, yes. This is one of the finished springs here. Like that one. And I've already compressed it. It started at 8.5 millimeters, and it's just over 8.5. Oh, sorry, 7.5. Not sure if you can see. Right at the end there. We're going to unscrew the rest of the 4. I also did another one, but I did a little too much, and I have to straighten it out because it curved a little bit. So what I'm going to do is mind the camera. Yep, I'm there. I'm not sure if this is too big or not. I think it's too big. Okay. I'll take my mini one. Is it loose enough? Yep, I got it. Okay. So that's one. I'll put these 3 pieces aside, but you don't really have to remember which one goes where. The one with the widest hole goes on the top. The one with the medium hole goes in the middle, and the smallest hole goes on the bottom. So put those to the side. I'll just lay them like that, I guess. Just in order. Doesn't really matter. You also got this piece that goes around the screw. The screw should have a washer that goes below the spring and a washer that goes above the spring. Alright, that's better. So you can see that the washer on the bottom is actually inside this piece. And I took the screw and spring out, and this is the spring here. The washer is right here. And so I'm going to just take this spring off. And we're going to save it. I'll just put it to the left. So I remember it's one of the springs I need to compress. And I'll actually measure it for you. So, okay. It's going to be hard to see because of the light, but it's about 8.5 right there. Alright. Alright, so I have my 4 springs here. Oh, where'd the 4th one go? Here's the 4th one. My 4 springs there that I want to compress. I have just a core with nothing on it. These are all the pieces I'm going to put back on. Those are magnets. That's one of the springs I did already. And yeah, let's go compress. Okay, so I put the springs in. You can see all four in there. They have to be relatively straight. You can see that second or third one from the back is a little not quite as straight, but it comes out pretty straight when you tighten it. So from that angle it's good. From that angle it's pretty straight. They don't have to be perfect, they just, when you tighten it up, they have to be kind of straight. So I'm going to tighten this up just enough so that the coils are just kind of touching each other. It's a little bit tighter, but not enough to lose the, I did it too much on the first one, and it made it a little bit curved. So you can see, we're just going to leave it there for 8 hours. The last one I left for 7 hours, but I could have left it for another hour more, just so it could kind of get lose its memory of its 8.5 and get it to more of 7.5. So we'll come back in 8 hours. Alright, we're back. So it's been not quite 8 hours, but about 7.5, and unfortunately I had to take these out before I go to bed, so I'm going to take them out. Now, first I'll loosen this up. Let me focus. Okay. Alright, and to put the camera down right now. Alright, so I took all the springs out from the vise. Sorry I couldn't record that part, but I had to redo it. I left it overnight for like another 8 hours or 9 hours, and they all turned out to be about the same length. So I'll put them next to the ruler here, and I'll have to adjust this a little bit. Come on. Yeah, there we go. So they're about 7.5 millimeters. Some of them are around closer to 7, but it was the best I could do. They're not, some of them are not perfectly straight, but it was the best I could do. These are all my edges here that I have to put back together, so I'm going to do that. These are 5, I had to put extra glue in there just in case they fell out after I put the key back together. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I've done all the edges except for these three right here, which I guess I had a little glue on either these. So let me focus on that. Alright, so I had a glue either on these things right here, these 4 pieces, or one of these 4 holes, and they can't really fit together yet, so I'm going to have to scrape those off. And I've done, so far, put these corners together in the right direction. So I have these 4 left, and I'm going to show you one right now. So I'm going to start with the white, because I know most people use white as their bottom or top or whatever. So let me focus a little more. Alright. So I'll do it from here. So I got this piece, pointy part facing up, and either one of these things sticking out of the corner, stalk. And I'm going to insert it in this middle part here. Like that. And the way I have the magnets here, they shouldn't be in the way. Since I have these, you see that these 2 things sticking up here is a little bit higher than these 2 up here. And so let's pretend I have white as the bottom like this, If I have white as the bottom on a corner piece, I know that it's going to go, I have blue and orange here, so I know it's going to go orange, blue. If I had blue, red, it would go blue, red. And you can see that this magnet, these two things here, the bottom one is going to go on the inside, so it's not going to interfere with the magnet. Just like that. Oh, I'm sorry, I had the blue on the wrong side. Whoops. Alright, so I'll put it on this side instead. And this one's going to be the same thing, so that the long part is going to go on the inside. Alright. And we'll do another one just to show you again, because I kind of screwed that one up. So I'll put the yellow one in first, like that. Blue will go here. This long part in the bottom is going to go on between the two on the yellow, like that, and insert the white corner stalk in the center of the blue corner piece. And do the same thing with the red. And then you have that one. And I only have two left to do. And I guess I'll have to mention this because I did screw up the glue on this blue piece. You can see that there's just a tiny bit in that hole. All you really gotta do is just cover your thumb over the magnet just in case you accidentally scrape the magnet out. Just gonna scrape it out with this box cutter here. Just a little bit. I had to do this with the previous one. You'll get a little bit of the glue out and do a little more. Alright, so the first part in putting the puzzle back together is putting the core back together. I've done the first one. You see you need 3 of these pieces here. You need the, I guess the thing under the centerpiece. Things rotate around. You need the screw, 2 washers. One washer is bigger than the other. That's the larger one goes on top. And the spring goes in between the 2 washers. So I'll just do one for you right now. So the first step is find one of these with a small hole, one of these with a medium-sized hole, and another one that has a large hole. And we're going to put the small hole on first. Just put it anywhere in the core, so get those out of the way. Put them with the small hole in first, medium second, and also make sure you know that the concave side is down. And the big hole last. And next we're going to get one of, which one should I take? One of these things. In this case, I do not have a small washer in there, so I'm going to have to find it. I think that's this. And the screw I have already has the large washer on it. So the washer's right there. And the small washer, which I could barely pick up, is right here. And what we're going to do is, okay, we already have the washer on here. I'm going to grab a spring, any spring, put it on the screw. Sorry, I'm not in the focus camera. Like that. Get the small washer, put it on the screw. Oops. Okay. So it should look like that. You're going to place it inside this white, I don't know what you call it, it's just a core piece. We're going to put it right on top of this. Oh, and there's an open part right here. It looks like the piece is broken right here, but it's not. So there is a little knob on top of here. We're just going to match it up with that. So the knob is on top right here. And it's on top right there. We're just going to match it up like that. So the white piece kind of just inserts like that. Then we're going to get our screwdriver and just tighten it a few turns for now. Alright, I'm going to do that for 4 more. Alright, so after we have all these core pieces done, we're going to want to choose, let's say 3 of these center pieces. I'm just choosing these 2 here. I'm going to do these 2 next, and I started with them, I tightened them a little bit more than what I had before, so that when I have these pieces go in, they're going to stay a little easier. And maybe it wasn't those 2, maybe it was these 2. Yeah, it was these 2. Okay, so basically you want to put that in, as long as it stays in. If it doesn't stay in, tighten these screws a little bit. I already have done that. I'm going to use this piece of tape to hold this thing up, even though it doesn't completely work. It's working right now though, so I'm going to take advantage of it whilst I can. And so we're going to get this last piece in, hopefully. Thank the Lord. Okay, the mistake I made last time with trying to do these next is that you really need to put this in here before you do these, because this, remember the problem. One of these floppy things does not line up right if you don't put this adjacent one in next. So it's probably going to be a little tricky again, like always, but I'm going to try and slide this in very carefully. Okay, very good. And right now I'm just going to make this as tight as I want. I'm going to get the double wing piece now and very carefully slide it under that second one. Okay, that works pretty well. And then before I do the next one, I'm going to get the tape. Get a fresh piece of tape. And since the bump is on the front side, I'm going to stick it on the back side. It's mostly out of the way right now, so it's fine. So I think we're going to try to insert it anyway. So get one of these pieces here. I'm going to insert that under the top floppy thing. Bring it back as much as I can and kind of push that tape down on it. So we have this done. Hopefully I don't ruin it. And I'm going to move on to, I suppose, right here. So I'm going to get another double wing piece. And here we go. Just working my way downtown. Alright, got that one. Get my piece of tape. I'm gonna actually, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it around since it's a little wider over there. Yep. Even though this might be in the way here. I'll just be very, very careful. So, you gotta grab one of these pieces, Slide it in like that. Yep, that works. Just tape down a little bit on it. And the one with the ridge, gonna go in like this. Want to fit. Please. Yes. Okay. Nice. So right away, I'm going to try and tighten this one right up right here, because it's already pretty tight. I can go a little tighter, just so it stays pretty good. Alright, so nice, we got some progress done. Get this double wing piece in right under that second one, like usual. Slide in, hopefully, yep. I'm going to get my piece of tape. Just put it down very gently. My piece of tape, like usual. And get some tape across there. Try to attach it to this top floppy thing, which I can hardly grab, but yeah, like I can't grab it and tape it. It's really difficult. But I'm going to try. Actually, no, I'm not going to try right now. I'm going to get another one of these pieces here and slide it in. Push it against the double wing one and kind of tape it there. I'm going to get this one, slide it under. I'm going to tighten that just a little bit. Alright, so we have that there. We have just one more thing to go here. I'll grab whatever corner. I'm going to grab a green, yellow, orange. And I'm going to place it so I got it. I think I have it. Okay. So next I'm going to have to redo. Oh. Okay. I'm going to have to redo this, which is a pain in the ass, but hey. Oh my god. I got it. Alright. So, straighten everything out, fix the tape up. Like I said, finally, next, we're going to insert right or left. At this point, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to do the left because I already have this up right now, this first one, and I don't want to like disturb it. And of course, the more time you have it there, more time you have to disturb it, so I'm going to carefully slide this double wing piece in right now. Please. Yes. Alright. And I'm going to get my tape. I love my tape. Alright. Made sure that that first one didn't go down. Just really to attach that one as close as I can. Kind of mostly did. Okay, now I'm going to get this piece here. Very carefully. Pull it back as much as I can and push it down to the tape. We're going to try. I might want to put these in together, now that I think about it. So maybe I'll take this one out, or at least partially out. We'll see. Yeah, we'll take it out. I'll try to, they're so slippery though. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to try and put these in together. Did I get it? Oh my god, I got it. Okay, so that's a trick that will work if you can't get that last one in. If you can even hold them. I can barely hold them. Anyway, we're going to try that same thing with this side. So get the double wing piece, gently stick it in there. I really can't hardly see what I'm doing. My hands is making a big shadow. It might not appear that way in the camera, I don't know. I'm going to have to do it at a different angle. Okay. So it looks great. Alright, so I don't know if I should try both at the same time right now, because it's a little twisted. It might be hard. I might just stick this one in first and stick the small one on the other side, if I can do that way. I might be able to. See, it's got, oh. Alright, once I tape that to the top of it, it's going to have a little space on the other side to stick that one in. That's what I plan on doing anyway. Alright, so I got it sticking to the tape. I'm going to flip it over right now, and you can see hopefully that there's a bit of space there. On this side I can squeeze it in. Hopefully without knocking anything out. That's the plan. This corner's a pain in the ass, I can't fit my fingers. I'm gonna have to kind of just... I might have to use a pencil, which is fine, but... and push it, if I can. Please just go in. There you go. There you go. Yes. Do we have it? I think we have it. Actually, first what I should be doing is tightening this, just to make sure that it's not going to go anywhere too easy. I'm going to tighten it real good. All sides right now. I'm pretty happy right now that I got this done, because I was doing this yesterday and I really got so frustrated that I had to quit. Well, not that frustrated, I was actually getting a headache from this. I had to stop. But yeah, we have this now. I'm going to just have to be really careful when I take this tape off. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the tape back on, but I'm going to put it on this side where it's not going to matter. It's not going to be in the way. So I'm just going to put it like right there, just so it's out of the way. Actually, I'll do that for all of them actually while I'm at it. Yeah, like that. That's good. And this one. Okay. Make sure it's flush mostly. Alright, good. Alright, so we're safe with that. Now, I know you can use any center pieces you want, and it's just the corners you gotta worry about when you're putting it back together, something like a, I mean, even or odd puzzle, except for the middle edges on like a 9x9 or 7x7. But I'm going to start with one of these pieces here, like that, and then get the piece that goes next to it, which I think would be this one. Yep. So I got this one here, go on the right side, and one of these middle outer pieces right here, like that. I wonder if I could lay this down actually. Alright, so I kind of have it sitting down like this. I think this might be easier, and so it's going to be harder to see, obviously. So I might want to scoot this camera down a bit. But I'm going to have to scoot my head down too, because in order to see, I'm going to get one of these inner corner center pieces here to fill in that little inner 4x4 like that. This piece here. Scoot that in there. By what's next here? That would be this piece here. Yep. And then this piece here. Yep. Okay, got that. And now the corner piece, if I can fit it in. The corner center piece, I should say. Please don't knock it over. I might save that for later. That one kind of doesn't go easily. Oops. Yeah, I'm going to save this piece for later. So we're going to slip those in. If we can. Or at least the first two. The inner two. Yeah, we're just going to leave this outer one, this outer edge out of it. Because it's going to take a little effort and I don't want to knock anything out. So I'm going to leave that to the side here. Right? And then we're going to do the other green-yellow one. So I think we'll need, yep, that one and this one. Put those together. And there we go. And so you'll see we'll have what kind of looks like this right now. I might try it actually. So let's try to put this one in first. Actually, that's not so bad. Oh wait, no, it is. It's kind of bad. I have to put a little force into it. Just make sure you're not knocking anything out. I think I got it. Okay. Alright, so I did move that a little bit, but it's good. I'm going to put these in again. These should be easy enough. Yeah, they kind of just slide in. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with the green, yellow. Alright, so we're good. And now we're going to put these, just kind of slide in like, I didn't screw anything up, did I? No. See if I can get it to slide in just like that. Yep. Okay. And now it's going to sit, so that's nice. Alright. So this should be the trickiest part of this. Just trying to fit this in without doing too much damage. Okay, I got that one in. Now we want to do this. First piece, two pieces I had. Okay, good. And good. Alright, so we got that. I think we should put the orange-yellow edge on. So this outer one. Which you kind of have to be careful, but yep, that went not too hard. And again, I really can't see what I'm doing. I'm just doing it by feel right now. There's a very small space you can stick that in. I really can't show you because I don't want to move the whole thing. Well, actually I can. Yeah, there's that hole you gotta fit this into. So let's try to do it while I'm showing you. And do we have it? Yeah, we have it. So you're gonna have to force that in a little bit. Alright. Fix anything that might have got moved. Oh yeah, this one's falling out right here. But we fixed it up, so it's okay. So this piece here, like that, and this piece here, right in between those two. like that. And let's just finish this corner up right now. So 2 orange yellow, and we're going to place them with hopefully no damage in there. And yep, just fix up that those inner mechanism pieces just a little, and they're good. Alright, just make sure you gotta keep an eye on them just in case they fall out, because you don't want those falling out. So this piece here, I'm gonna place it, slide it so this pointy thing is facing up and to the right. And I'm going to put it so small. All these pieces are so small. Yeah, but first actually, I know that we would have a hard time placing this in first, so we actually want to place that in first. So we'll try to put them in together actually. So put them like this. And I don't know if this is going to work. We'll see if it works. Oh yeah, it was actually really easy. So nice, we got those 2 in at the same time. Come on, get in there. There you go. I got it. Alright. This is also a piece that looks like this, which I should have put in the first place, but didn't. So I kind of did this orange side wrong here, but wrong order. Do I even have the right piece right here? Yes, I do. I don't think we'll be able to get away with doing it like that on the other side. Okay, so that part's done. Now we're going to do the other side of the corner. Okay, forgive me that it's nighttime, but I wanted to do just a little bit of it today. I mean, tonight for the rest of the day, so that I have, because I won't be able to tomorrow. Well, I mean, maybe a little bit. So, our first next step, we have our full corner here. Is what we're going to do is I'm going to put in this part right here. Hopefully I can get it easy enough, which I can. And then what I'm going to do is flip it so that it's in front of me. So actually I think I want to turn this whole thing like that and make sure these centers are aligned right there. I'm going to get a wing piece just like normal. Slide it in, slides in easy enough. Alright. And then we need one of these with the ridges, and then one of these without the ridge. And hopefully I can do both at once. Let's see if we can just slide them in. And it looks like we can, so that was actually pretty easy. I'll tape it just in case. I have a little extra tape here. Just like that should be good. Okay, now I'm going to get the other side. I'm going to insert the corner. I want it like this. I'm going to loosen this up just a bit. It just needs to pass that. There we go. Okay. I'm going to stand this up like so. And make sure those are not going to come out. Everything's good. So I'll put this double wing piece in here. Like that. And then I'm going to use this little tape here to hold this in, and since I have a more open space on the back, I'm going to use that instead. push that as far down as I can. Make sure the tape holds it. Alright. First one, good. Ooh, get out of the way. Okay, we got it. Straighten out as much as I can and then tape that down. Right, now I'm going to flip it like that. Get that double wing piece. Go. Put a little tape pressure on. Oop. Got it. Very nice. So I'm going to tighten this one a little bit more, so I'll make sure these are mostly straight. I'm going to make it pretty tight, just to make sure it stays. Okay. And I put this corner piece in right here. While it was not recording, because just these pieces coming out were annoying, so you might want to put that in to begin with anyway. I had the wrong idea on that one. So I guess for this next one we're going to look for some... I'll start left to right. First, I think I want to take this piece off right here because it's a little close to the center, and I'd want to be able to not get to it later on, so take that one off. But what's that doing there? Alright, so I'm going to guess the green center, one of these pieces right here. It's not going to go all the way over? I guess so, yep. I'm going to get one of these, this one, yes, this one piece here. Like that. I'm going to get one of these pieces here. Fingers can't fit. We're going to fit this one in first, this edge piece in first, just because it's difficult to snap in, especially when there are pieces already there. And it should stay next to the, make sure that doesn't come out right there, because that's a lot of work to get back in. And now I'm going to see if I can fit these two edges, slide them right in. Yeah, easy enough. And we're going to put it next to that one. This one, of course, is one of these just regular hook pieces. Yep. I had to move over a little bit, but I got it. Okay. Gotta make sure everything's where it should be. I think we can get away with putting in the center parts first, so let's try that. So let's just finish this off. Yep. And we got it. Okay. Make sure you line things back up again. Alright, we're alright. I'm going to put in that piece that fell out back in. Ugh. And we're starting to see the 8x8 coming along. These two pieces here, we want to just slip them in from the top. There we go. Alright, so that green part's done. Now we're going to do the yellow. I'm gonna have to tip it a little bit to get these pieces in. There we go. Alright, fix those up, hold the tape down again. We got it. So, we should have a whole quarter of the cube finished. Okay, so the next step here is we're just going to pick either side. I'm going to have this inner plane out as far as possible, and I'm going to slide this all the way down to here. So let's try that out. It should just slide right in, depending on, I might need to loosen this up a bit, get it to slide a little easier. There we go. Alright. So we got that there. I guess the next step would be to put these in. So let's put those in. So get another double wing piece, as usual. Slide it in under that second plane. Here we go. I'm going to have to move this tape just a little bit. It's in the way. And so I'm going to get two of these pieces here, put them together, put my finger in the back, slide them in. Yeah, that was easy enough. So slip this under the second plane, this double wing piece right here. That's good. Get a fresh piece of tape. Okay. Yeah, we can kind of, yep, it's still there. And I'm going to do both at once. I'm going to try both at once right now, see if I can do it again. If I can do it again, that's great. Let's try the other side, actually. Oh, that was actually easier than I thought. Straighten that out a bit. Push that tape down. Yep. Now we're going to face the green side down. And we're going to put green, white, red corner right here, so that the white side is in the front, and the green, white, orange side, green facing down, over here. And I'm going to put, let's start with the left side here. I'm going to try to move this over like right there, slide this in if I can. See if I can keep this down with my finger right here. Alright, no problem. The next one might be harder, so I'm going to loosen this up even more. Just a bit more. See if I can get away with that. You have to get, see this ridge right here? You have to get this underneath this plane right here and get this in front of it. So I'm going like this, and I also did that on the other side, but I think I'm going to try to hold this down so it doesn't turn as much. Yeah, I thought I had it, but that's just the ridge that's supposed to go below the first plane. It's going, I mean, it's supposed to go above the first plane, it's going below. Making me think I have it, but I don't. Oh, that just slid right in. Somehow. I don't know how that worked, but I'll take it. Get a double wing piece again. Let's go like all the way to the left. Start. Alright. This should be pretty simple. Alright, let's do both at once. See if I can get it like that. Yes. Okay, got that. Get that tape over there. Yup. That right under the second plane. It's going to want to turn, but I don't want it to turn. There we go. Alright. Yup. Okay, let's do both at once again. This seems to work pretty well. Get that tape out of here, man. Really annoying, I can't see. I guess sometimes the tape does not help. Shit. Yes. Alright. I'm taping that shit. As long as it stays. Got my finger on the back of the double wing piece right now so that it doesn't get pushed out. Gonna get a little tape and put it right there. Just to make sure it stays, because I don't have that very tight right now. And I'm gonna flip it like that. Gonna get another double wing. Turn it so it's facing this way. Get it under that second plane. Yep. Good. Alright, let's do two at once again. And then after that, we'll get to put some more pieces in. We can actually finish half the cube. Alright, so I got it right there. Straighten everything out. And, ooh, I lost a piece right there. Hopefully I can just slide it right in with this trusty lumberyard pencil. Alright, so we're going to tighten this up. This top one right here. Yeah, that's about all it's going to take. So what I want to do right now is take the tape off that's on the green bottom. I'm going to do this green-orange part first. So I'm going to take these two pieces off. Make sure they don't stay in there forever. And then we're going to build up from Okay, so I have this wall done right here. I'm just making sure that these pieces that fit in the inner pieces are straight. And I'm going to build up this part right here. I'm going to make sure I take out this piece of tape so it's out of the way. I'm going to take out this one. So our next step, once we have the cube half done, is to take off all this tape. Alright, now make sure we have all these pieces here. I want to make sure I have 8 of each of the other piece. And 8. Turns out this thing was lost in the corners over here. It took me a few minutes to find it. So, anyway, once we have those pieces, I'm going to turn this whole thing to the side just to make these, my pencil, just to make these floppy plain pieces, that hair out of there, not want to keep falling down. And I need that first one. Yeah, that's good. And I'm gonna make sure that the screw is loose before I start putting in anything. Let's go to the white side, loosen it up, see how that goes. Alright, that was a lot easier. So, I'm going to tighten it up now. I'm going to make sure that stays there. And that is about the most I can do. It's still kind of... it looks like it might stay. So, I'm going to do it like the process that we've been doing before. Is going to put this double wing piece in. Goes in nicely. Fit them together. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to settle it down like that. Yup. Alright. I'm going to slide the smaller ones in again. Try to do both at once. Alright. Should be pretty easy. Under the first plane. Should be pretty easy as I struggle to get it in. Nice. Alright. Got it. And again, I'm going to put some nice tape on it just in case anything bad happens. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to loosen this up a bit. We're going to try to get it in there By a bit, I mean a lot. Might have to do something like that. Yup, got it in there. Alright, so I kind of twisted it in the bottom first and then kind of held it somewhat sideways and then kind of twisted in like that. Alright, and make sure that blue corner blues up. Alright, now we're going to stick in the 2 wings. Yep. I might want to tighten this a bit now. Right. I'm going to try to stick both at once again. So these 2 pieces here. Alright, so I got those in. Right. I'm going to tape it on this side. That. And we're going to face this up like that. See if I can do it. Yep. Okay. I guess we're fine. Alright, I'm just going to stick this one in like that. Okay. And see if I can slide that one in the back right here. Okay, I got it. Alright, so I'm going to tighten up this orange right now. So let's get the orange pieces first. Alright, so now that we have that corner done, I'm going to tighten the orange just a bit. And tighten the white just a bit. Might not need to. They're already pretty tight as is, so that's fine. I'm just going to work my way this way. So I'm going to get the blue-orange, see if it comes in handy. Get this blue-orange-yellow corner. I believe I loosened the yellow up first. Yep. Okay. I'm going to loosen up a bit more to get this piece in. We're going to try to do what I did before. Okay, here we go. I got it sideways. Now I'm going to try to twist it. Okay, we got it. So that's the trick. Put it in sideways first and twist it in. This one here, double wing piece, slide into that second plane, like always. One of the 2 small pieces, each of them, fit them together, slide them in. You have to hold that double wing piece in because it might want to push out. Alright, so we got that. Alright, now we're going to do this part. And that wasn't too bad. Okay, we got it. There we go. And what I'm going to do is, again, tighten this yellow back up. we're going to start putting pieces in again. So we'll probably speed this part up because this part's easy. Yellow center just tighten up a bit, and there we have, actually not that tight, loosen it up. I'm going to loosen up the yellow and the white ones right now. If I can get to the white, yes I can, just a little bit, so the next step putting this in is just a little bit easier, because I have a feeling it might be difficult. Alright, so my plan on getting this last inner piece in is I'm going to loosen the red as much as I can, and also the blue as much as I can, just enough so that it's not too unstable, but that I can it's a little bit flexible. Now I have an idea of whether I should stick 1 or 2 corners in to start. I'm probably going to have to do 2. We'll try and put the corners in first and see if we can have any chance of fitting this in. I'm going to try and put this in sideways like I did before, so that this piece is underneath the first plane. See if I can force it in just a little bit. Yep. And then turn it. Alright, we got it in. Can we slide it though? Let's put this corner where it belongs first. Like that. And then this one needs to come out. One more little. There we go. Alright, so that worked pretty well. Now I'm going to tighten these two just a bit, because I have it way too loose. Double wingy. I might have to face it this way to see. Yeah, I had to actually snap in that time. Alright. So both at the same time. The only trick is how to hold it and how to get your hands in there without the corners getting in the way, because the corners very easily get in the way. I guess the trick is to just go over like that. And you actually can snap in it if the tensions are loose enough on the blue and red, so I guess that was a good thing that I kept it loose like that. Slide the double wing in from the top, and your hand coming from the top. There you go. And we're going to try and snap both of these in like we did with the blue side over here. See if it'll just snap in. Yep. Okay. That's the trick. Now I'm going to tighten these a bit. I'll straighten this out. Now we're going to tighten the red. And that tape off of there. We should be all done with the tape right now. Now, I'm pretty sure all the centers are not equal tension right now. But really from here on out, this should be like easy street. Just stick in all the pieces you have left. And so I should probably play this going fast. Something I just realized I did without knowing was the corners are not turned right. So, you know what I did wrong? Is these... Somebody might have noticed earlier, this yellow and red should be flipped right here. I mean switched. I put those in wrong. So we're going to fix that up. right now. Okay, and if we can't just flip this, I'm just going to take each one out. Yeah, we can't flip it, so I'm just going to take each one out and put it back so that the blue is on top, the white's on the right, and the red is in front. This is something you can do if you put a corner in wrong, you don't want to take it back out. Which I definitely did not think about when I was doing this, probably because I was so excited in getting this done. Alright. Okay. So, just a neat little trick I thought of when I realized I did this wrong, and I really didn't want to take all that out that I just did, so that works. Let's continue. Okay, with the last 3 pieces here. Before I do my first turns, I'm going to have to, well, I mean, I'm going to do first turns. I know the blue and the red side are a little loose right now, so maybe I won't try those first. It really doesn't matter. I think I got it. Yep. Ooh, shit, see, that can happen. It's a pain in the ass piece of shit. Oh my god. Now we're gonna tighten it back up. Ah! Son of a fucking bitch. The second one out. Son of a bitch. Alright, fuck this thing right now. Friggin' leaning and shit. And I knocked it out. Damn it. Because I didn't have it twisted right. Bullshit. That's such bullshit. There we go. I knocked it out. Are we? No, we're not. Shit. I don't know how to do this. This is bullshit. Yes. Okay. No, that's not it either. What the hell? I don't even think you have to take this whole thing apart. Very carefully. So, okay. Please do not. I'll kill you. This is so stupid. It's my fingers in the way. Jesus Christ. God. I'm dying. Oh, you son of a bitch. Did I do it? Fucking shit! So that's very, very loose. I'm gonna have to hold it. And it fell out. I'm gonna put it underneath this second. Oh, I gotta cut it. I'm gonna slide this in here. The damn camera. And I'm gonna slide it. Ah! And now the corner's gonna be a problem because I'm flopping all over the damn place. So. Fucking shit, man. I was, and I'm shaking like crazy, oh my god. Okay, so they're out of the way of this hole here, and why am I shaking so much? I don't know. Get out. On the floor, yep. make sure your pieces fall on the floor so they get all hairy and get all crappy, like dirt and stuff, and like hair that sticks in your cube. Because what you really want is a lot of hair in your cube to slow it down and get it tangled. A slower cube is a more controllable cube. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But if I stick the pencil behind it, oh, failed.